Thank you.
Okay, good evening and welcome to the Almont Community Schools preliminary budget hearing on Monday, June 22nd of 2026. We'll call this meeting to order at 5:30 p.m. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Burrow, will you do roll call, please?
Sure. Ms. Rotarius, absent. Mr. Burrow is here. Mr. Wade? Here. Mr. Eckert? Absent. Mr. Burns? Here. Ms. Ankley? Here. Ms. Smith?
Here.
We have 5 members present.
Thank you. And that will bring us to adoption of agenda. Mrs. Van Heltmeyer, any addition?
No addition.
Deletion?
We're going to delete number 5 at this time for save that for the official board budget hearing. So preparation, we don't access at the budget.
Okay. Any amendments?
No.
Okay, that will be a budget presentation for 2025, 2026, and 2026 and 2027.
Turn over to Mrs. Merrifield, our Administrator of Finance at this time. She will be presenting.
Good evening. I'd like to present to you a proposed 25-26 amended budget and a 26-27 fiscal year budget for Almont Community School District. I'd like to present, first of all, our historical fund balance and just to reflect on the trend that we have been on in our history. I wanted to point out, again, our budget goals. Our budget is our numeric expression of our vision and priorities, where we like to establish sustainability, retention, finding our district sweet spot, attrition management, and identify challenges and impact stress on the budget. In regards to finding our district sweet spot, we strive to find a good teacher to student ratio, our cash flow to represent no state aid, no state borrowing, a healthy fund balance, etc. Attrition management, we like to focus on a workforce balance, matching our enrollment to staffing. And to identify challenges, it's an ongoing effort. We're seeing an increase in mental health needs and special education, discipline, and substitute staffing, and as well as staffing in general. We like to focus on the 5 budget pillars. Those 5 pillars are the foundation allowance, the pupil count and student enrollment, wage and wage increases, state retirement contributions, and medical insurance increase. These tend to be the 5 the staples that change and impact our budget every year. This year, for our foundation allowance, we are estimating for fiscal year 27 an increase of $250 per pupil to a total of $10,300 per pupil. For budget purposes, we are not estimating any change in our student enrollment. And I wanted to make everyone aware that there is still talk in the Governor, House, and Senate that they might entertain a 3-year blend way of doing a state membership versus the current blend that they're using now. As far as wage increases, we used the wages contract as negotiated as of June 16th. as the AEA includes steps per contract language. State retirement contributions, MIPSERS is expecting to go a little down to 27.51%, as it was 29.91% currently, and UAAL at 13.51%, which it was 15.02%. However, we are experiencing a medical insurance increase. There, per PA 152, there's a hard cap of 5% increase this year. For our fiscal year 27 budget overview of assumptions, they are as follows. We are assuming the non-homestead millage will pass in August, which is approximately $1.7 million. That our sinking fund proposal will pass, which will take stress off maintenance and or our technology budget. Our utilities are, of course, increasing, estimating a 25% water and sewer, 7% waste and trash, 10% general liability insurance, and 15% heating cost increase. Our contracted services, our contractual increases are also included for custodial, HVAC maintenance, transportation, grounds maintenance, etc. And we did take a conservative revenue estimate as per enrollment blend and per pupil allowance. I'd like to just get to the bottom line right off the bat, is that in our 24-25 actual audited financial statements, we ended at a 15.35% fund balance as a percentage of revenues. Our proposed fiscal year 26 budget amendment shows a 14.53%. And our proposed fiscal year 27 budget, we're proposing 14.7%, which the fiscal year 27 proposed is a decrease from our fiscal year 25 actual of 0.64%. So it's under 1%. Our 26-27 budget, our general assumptions, again, the state aid membership blend, we're not estimating any change. We believe that's due to our second GSRP classroom that we were able to have this year, establishing new kindergartners to replace the high school seniors that are leaving. Our fall 2025 certified number was 1354.33, and our spring 2026 certified was 1338.34. And again, I wanted to emphasize that possible 3-year blend in this year's budget proposal by the state. Our foundational allowance, again, the actual in fiscal year 25-26, $10,050. And we are at the estimate that we use for fiscal year 26-27 is $10,300. And the revenue funding estimates are all assumptions that agree to the governor, House, and Senate. Other cost increases, such as substitute staff, our health cap, utilities cost, and inflation. Our property and casualty insurance increased by 10%. It went from $137,000 to $150,000. And as far as revenue, we did add a 4% increase in operating property tax collection. More budget assumptions. The wages, again, assumptions used as per contract agreements as negotiated. For example, the AEA steps as per contractual language. Technology investment of $178,500. And our much-needed Wi-Fi refresh of $82,000. Our estimate average 5% increase for eligible teachers and staff. And I just wanted to remind everyone that the budget includes estimates and projections, that actual results will vary. And as I say almost every time, that things change every day in this budget world. As far as revenue, like I said, we are planning on keeping the enrollment number the same as per the blended count that we are paid to by the state. Our revenue sources, I just wanted to highlight that 87% are from state funded, 10% are from federal. And for a snapshot of our revenue, here we have the past 3 years of our audited financial statements. Our proposed fiscal year 26 budget revenue. So the 25 audited revenue was $18,327,000. The proposed fiscal year 26 budget at $19,391,803. And the proposed fiscal year 27 budget revenue of $19,686,628, which is a 1.5% increase. Expenses. So we wanted to reflect that 61% of our expenses is instruction, 38% is in support. And here's a snapshot of our expenditures comparison from fiscal year 25, 26, and our projected 27. And this is where we see if we have any questions.
Good stuff.
Mr. Burrow.
Kathy, and maybe Ms. Vaughn, I don't, might know this question. So we lost 16 students between the fall and spring. Was that just because they weren't available for count, or did we actually lose?
That's actually.
So which one?
You asked how we.
Like we started the year at 1354.
And then the students dropped. I'm gonna refer to Jill.
I would say those are transfers out.
They were
Transfers out, and
Okay.
it was the.
Thank you. Any questions?
I have a million questions. You guys have looked at this for the whole year, and it's just a lot to digest for somebody just seeing it for a week.
You want to ask any of your million questions?
I'll just see as it comes up.
There's no bad question.
I know, thank you.
Because we're gonna have to have a meeting next week where we would need to pass the budget because we don't have any time. So.
Plus-
Oh,
If you have your questions.
Just ponder.
We might want to talk about some things that we talked about at the meeting the other day and then the changes. Mr. Rate, I prefer to you. You're the treasurer.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I do have a question, Ms. Simple,
Yeah.
who's getting this together. So, and I've never heard this before, but so tech can now be used for a sinking fund, is that like a new Michigan thing?
So Mrs. Vaughn advised us that, Michigan did change that now we can, incorporate technology funds,
Okay.
needs into a sinking fund.
Okay,
So that is one of the things that, that can lighten us the wee hours.
Right.
And so that is something that we feel like might be something we could shift, to incorporate into a sinking fund as, not 100% yet on that, but that is something that we are considering, and we just got that information.
specifically, so are there, this is the first time I'm hearing of it too, so like, are there no like, it doesn't have to be hardware for the building, it can be anything technology? Just, yeah, okay.
Mrs. Smith, may I please add to that, if we were to use sinking funds for that purpose, it will have to have the right wording in the proposal on the ballot, that it be used for technology.
Which will,
Yeah.
should be reviewed by.
Legal, yeah.
That's good for the moment, I'm sure Mr. Wade's chopping it.
I can tell he is, I can feel that over there.
So we kept in technology. We paused glycol.
Yes.
What other changes did we make that they would need to be aware of in the line items?
And in regard to the glycol, Mr. Brown, it was also consideration for that. So, we're not saying that we're not going to do that, it's especially if they need, I know one of our boilers, it's also, which is that, I think we're trying to see if we can get that funding.
Absolutely.
Go ahead and start.
Yeah, no, just needs refreshing. So instead of changing to the assistant principal, the split, we kept the, as is with the combined role and the assistant to the director. Currently, that would be something that we would look to, providing a surplus to go through and work towards a split. We also talked about the, in terms of the glycol, that this was the building that had the major issue, so that if we were going to do something, we'd look to do this one first. So that would be something to look for as we move into that timeframe.
That's something that can also be included in the sinking fund.
Correct, yes.
Obviously, rather than the general budget.
How much of a sinking fund are we looking to capture if we're gonna include technology and all of that and upkeep and
So for technology, we also have that in the budget for that cost. There's not sure, I know Mrs. Bond was working with IT to determine, it sounds like possibly there's 2 grades that would be in dire need. And so we're trying to get a little more information. Our IT director was, not available to see, he was at scheduled vacation time. So, we're working through that a little bit more, we're gonna get a little bit better grasp on some of those numbers. Is that, am I saying that right?
Yes, although we have a tentative number out there that we're looking at 95,000, I think originally for helping to ensure those 2 grade levels, 3rd and 4th grade. So we were given an update, 95,000 for those 2 grade levels to be,
just for fun.
that's for the Chromebook refresh, yeah.
No, it's just, that's the lease or the buying?
That was, that, I believe that was leasing, Kathy, was that made clear on the quote, do you recall?
No, I'm sorry. I thought Brandon had given, or actually, I think Colin.
I'm sorry, if you're talking about the 2 grade levels, I believe that was to outright purchase them. You're talking about the 2 grade
It
levels.
would be the 95,000.
95,000 to purchase those 2 grade levels, yeah.
In regards to the sinking fund and the amount of money and that stuff, that's going to be in the next month. We got to go through in the July meetings, the work sessions and stuff to solidify that details to know what we want. August 11th, I believe, is the date for the submission to the clerk.
Yeah, you have a quick turnaround time after the August 4th election.
The only other thing that had stood out to me was there was an increase in the elementary funding. Is that associated with the implementation of CKLA?
Actually, it is to match the revenue from title. We had a carryover of title funds, and there's projected to be another title over, so those revenues have to match expenses.
Kathy, just so I had this, so we did the CKLA
Yeah.
grant, right? And we got everything, we spent it, and we had it. If we didn't go forward with all grades, do we have to like return some of that? Can we pause it if we had to, if the technology isn't available for them to go on that?
We purchased a 3-year contract with that, with that grant.
Right.
And I'm not, to my knowledge, I believe it was all rolled out, and the response has been very positive.
Right. Okay.
So I believe the plan is to go forward. However, new elementary principal and
That's why I asked.
The CKLA though has been adopted, so.
Right.
Yeah, we're moving forward with the CKLA.
Yeah.
Regardless if we have technology in front of them.
Are you asking Mr. Burrow, like, if, there wasn't enough Chromebooks or something?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure we understand the
Yeah.
direction you're saying.
Yeah, because like I mean, like I've been watchdog and I've been through the buildings and like you go into a classroom as you're a watchdog because like you do flashcards and stuff and like half of a third grade class will be sitting along the wall with their Chromebooks plugged into the wall because they can't take them back to the desk. So like the teachers are trying to instruct with 9 kids along the wall and then like 11 kids that have functioning enough battery that they're at their desks. And so like I don't understand totally because CCLA went through so quickly because of the grant.
Right.
What it takes computer wise to make that function well. Because I know that a big talk at the OP has been that they have to rearrange their classrooms from pods to, I believe it was rows now. So like they have to completely restructure their classes and the kids can't be structured that way because we can't get power to their computers, like that mess up all of our blue ribbon school learning.
So I do
So-
have a meeting scheduled, this week and
Okay.
with the principals, and I will get some clarification
Okay.
on like materials, as far as materials. I believe it's both, there's both, there's some
Yeah.
hard copy.
Yeah.
You know, hard copy materials and then sources.
Okay.
So I know what you're asking, basically, are they gonna be able to teach and
Right.
they don't have access, right?
Right, like are they gonna be like teach well, I guess, like,
Yeah.
I know our teachers are
Well, they do
phenomenal
that
and they'll be
for-
able to teach, right, you know, it's just like how well they.
But with the program, doing it with Fidelity, so I can,
Right.
I'll be chatting with, Principal Bruno.
Okay.
So you can bring a little bit more light to that, that's, recommended Superintendent Wood here is to be involved with those things as well.
Okay, sounds good.
I think Kathy had answered a lot of mine on Thursday at the, Zoom call. And then I think, what we need, we need to move forward with the budget that we have in place. And then, look to do some possible amendment in like July and or August, so that we can make some changes as needed. And just so everybody is aware, we're still waiting for the state to decide if they're going to, test their budget, which doesn't affect us. Something for everybody to know of.
And Mrs. Smith, I'd like to remind everyone that last year that didn't pass till October 7th.
Exactly.
Smith, I got one more, since Chromebook seems to be the hot topic, I got one more Chromebook question. So if it's in the budget now, but we're not sure what we're doing, and then we try to make this budget amendment on a July timetable, are we able to get Chromebooks by start of school? That seems like a very quick turnaround for a couple hundred Chromebooks.
I think it's gonna depend, I think it's gonna depend on supply and demand. The ones that we were searching for, just to give you an idea, I was able to speak with Mr. Allen, and connect with Mr. Markland, and for the 2 grade levels.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tight,
It's gonna be
even tight for what that
Okay.
would mean and getting those materials in, so that's a great question, depending on the timing
Okay.
and supply and demand, of what we're gonna be able to get through the door all at once, how about that?
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Mrs. Smith, if we're including that in the budget now, then they could go ahead with that, right, in July.
Yeah, if it's in the budget now and we want to add and say.
For those 2 grades.
The 2 grades or whatever, yeah. I am a little bit confused though, if we're kind of different, going back and forth between leasing and buying, so I think I need a little more clarity on that. Like, I was we were buying and then it was 95,000 for the 2 grades and then
To buy,
to buy.
The by grade level.
Yeah.
The 2 grade level.
that means what's
Yeah,
the
we are.
lifespan of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well-
if it's in the budget and we know that we need those 2 grades for sure, then I'm concerned.
And then because of the size of the purchase, we would have to approve it at our board meeting for them to go ahead and purchase them as well, Jeff. So,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's why I was worried about the timetable, because we're like 30 days from now, before we start with that. Okay. Yeah. No, you're good.
How old are these Chromebooks? When was the last time you purchased them? And if you purchased them all at once, why are only 2 grades in dire need versus everybody if we purchased them all at the same time?
I need to look at I don't know, Kathy, was that provided when Brandon's, when sent us that information? I'd have to look, because he does have them tiered, Mrs. Ainsley, so like the most dire was, I want to say then the 3rd and 4th were the oldest Chromebooks. So
They
kind
weren't all
of
purchased
weird.
at one
I don't
time.
believe, I
Okay.
think there was a little bit of a phase, but pretty close within, a year or two.
Okay.
And that's why it's kind of like everything's due for that refresh. But starting with the most dire needs of grade levels is 34.
Any other questions?
Approximately how old are they? I mean, how long do they last?
Say like 4 years. I want to say that's kind of the sweet spot, if you will, around 4 years. And then you start technology and the handling of, of the computers as well. It's having problems, screen issues.
Yeah, we purchased those.
The last ones we purchased,
Last
yes,
ones.
that's correct.
Any other questions? Questions and comments from the public. Anybody that's from the public or audience like to be recognized at this time? No? This is fine.
Just to make sure that this is also stated that our official budget hearing will be on Tuesday, June 30th at 5:30 here in the high school auditorium. And a special meeting will follow on Tuesday, June 30th at 6:15. Yeah, no problem.
Mrs. Smith?
Mr. Burrow,
I move the Board of Education and the preliminary budget hearing at 5:57 PM.
Support?
motion and support. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we will start